Upon you, open season, the second Monday in November to the second Monday in December. Why does it matter? Cost, coverage, and convenience. But let's talk about it because I don't know if you've noticed, but the cost of your federal health care, FEHB, Federal Employee Health Benefit, has changed dramatically over the last 4 to 5 years. I've been watching these premiums, and every 2 weeks, even, it's pretty shocking how much it is. So let's talk first about cost. Let's say you're younger, or you rarely go to the doctor, and you're in superb physical shape. Maybe you should consider a higher deductible so it will lower your premium. You might want to consider that. Maybe you've got a bunch of kids. They get colicky, they got to go to the pediatrician a lot. And in that case, you might want to examine maybe a lower deductible so you get more back when you go to the docs, or examine the coverage itself. So let's talk about the second thing, coverage itself. Find out from your doctor's office. Talk to the ladies up front at the desk, whomever's there, and ask them, which coverage pays better for these visits from the health insurance providers that you work with? What if you have a pre-existing condition? This is a great opportunity, knowing that you're going to constantly get care for this condition you have, to ask what coverage pays the most for these visits to this office here. And they will tell you. They're quite knowledgeable. So even though you thought you might have the best coverage, in this case, there might be another provider, unbeknownst to you, that pays way more for the visits that you've been having on a regular basis. So we've talked about cost and coverage. Let's talk about something else, choice. And I'll tell you why. Through the years, I've had different federal families talk to me about different coverage. One of them, he was a civilian mariner, CivMar they're called, works for the Department of Navy. And he said, Charles, I've worked with Mail Handlers Benefit Plan, MHBP. You'll see it listed during open season. He said, and I've had an open heart surgery. I've got to tell you, the coverage was fantastic, and I didn't pay $1, zero, he said. I really am fond of that coverage. I've mentioned it before. You might say, well, I'm not a mail handler. How can I get that coverage? That's okay. They're going to allow you to access it for a measly, I think it's $48, $50 annual membership. You'll have access to that coverage provided you're a federal employee for any agency. I've heard the premiums are very reasonable. There's another coverage plan. It's designed just for Government Employees Health Association. You may have seen their name on Chiefs Stadium, Arrowhead Stadium, down in Kansas City. That's right. So they're not some little obscure company. They're very big. And I have heard that they have the same or very similar providers in their network that the big name brand companies have, but that you could save 20 to 30% on your healthcare premiums. And when some premiums are costing $500, $600, $700, $800 a month, it's worth your time to examine this. Oh, and by the way, it's no obscure company that's backing up the GIHA organization, but it's Aetna Health Insurance Network. Very reputable. So during open season, try to tackle one of these three issues: cost, coverage, or convenience, because I want you to keep more of your hard-earned dollars and less pushing out to others.